Hello there, it's your friend Phill, Project Management Trainer and Coach. I want to share with you a very simple idea for your Project Management Professional exam. Lots of you have questions about how processes interrelate. So I wanted to give you this idea about how to dominate the processes and the relationships in the PMBOK guide. So you know you've got 49 processes. Develop project charter is the first one. To get really used to the processes, I want you to think about them in acronym form. No need writing out the whole thing. You see DPC, you know it means develop project charter, and so on. Develop project management plan will be D, PMP. But how about you think of these in process group order? So after DPC, it will be identify stakeholders, then moving into planning, develop project management plan, plan scope management, collect requirements, define scope, create WBS, like that. Plan, schedule management, define activities, sequence activities, estimate activity durations, develop schedule, plan cost management, excuse me, estimate cost, determine budget, plan quality management, just down the list. Do that for all of the processes following process groups, and maybe even color code those that are from the same process group. So green, for example, for initiating, different color for planning, and so on, till you get to the end of that first list. When you get done with that, I then want you to create a matrix that links these processes down here to knowledge areas. So the knowledge areas, as you already know, the SWOLE 6 cubans. If you didn't already have a mnemonic for that, let's do that again. Okay, I saw 6 Cubans quietly rolling cigars, really puffing smoke. Okay. Now, what I would like you to do to go deeper, to get more introspective regarding the PMBOK guide, to get you thinking, to get you to leave the very minor, easy, namby-pamby stuff, to begin to think about interconnection points. What is the interconnection point between develop project charter and integration? Which processes in integration does it feed? It feeds develop project management plan. See that? And that is just one of the interrelationships. Just one. Where else does develop project charter feed? Well, it feeds close project or phase with the project charter. Do you see where this is going? Where does develop project charter feed in scope? So this is integration, this is scope. Well, in scope, develop project charter feeds plan scope management, collect requirements, and define scope. You see how deep this is getting? Now, by the time you do this for every process, finding its unique linkages to every process group, you would have gone very, very deep. And that's just stage one. That's just stage one. So I want you to continue throughout the entire array of processes going into schedule. Okay, plan, schedule management. It goes in there. It goes into plan cost management, as in the project charter. It goes into plan quality management. You see where I'm going with this? Now you also need to think about things like the team charter. Let me show you another example. Let's assume we were down here in executing. So let's say I'd done all the planning, and here I am in direct and manage project work, for example. If I'm in direct and manage project work, and I'm thinking about the view of the world from this perspective, direct and manage project work gives deliverables to manage project knowledge. You see that? Manage project knowledge is going to take deliverables as an input. You see? If you go down to quality, control quality is going to take deliverables as an input. If we go down to scope, control scope and validate scope are both going to take what? From direct and manage project work. You should know that. In fact, there is a relationship across the entire board where these two things intersect. Did you know that? Where these outputs and the entire range of controlling intersect. So direct and manage project work is going to give work performance data to all of these processes. So control schedule, control cost, control quality, monitor risks, monitor communication. Oh, I beg your pardon, this is control resources, monitor communications, monitor risk there. So if you look at a grid of associations across knowledge area and process, you should be able to look for interconnection points between develop project charter and a knowledge area. And we could continue going on and on. This is an exercise you need to carry out yourself. This is not some matrix that I will produce and say, hey, here's a matrix. No, 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 because the value from this is doing it yourself and getting into some introspective studying, going deep. Get what I'm saying? That's what you need to do. Those of you who feel you've maxed out your understanding of the guide, you don't know what to do next to amp up your studying, this will be a great way for you to expand your thinking, okay? So processes on the left, knowledge areas at the top. Now, when you have done that, another variation will be to have the processes that way and also across. Then you're beginning to think about intersection points, such as this. So you've got develop project charter going down that way. Identify stakeholders going that way. Then you've got develop project charter going that way. Identify stakeholders going that way. Develop project management plan going that way. Do you see what I'm saying? So the intersection point is going to be here. And instead of you having the process name, like in the previous matrix, we had process names here, but instead you're going to have the actual output. So you might just want to say project charter, or however you want to abbreviate it. See, the same thing would be here because the project charter goes in to identify stakeholders as well. You see what I'm saying? So this will help you become more aware. So for those of you who have failed the exam before, or you're stuck, or you feel you've not done enough to understand the content, I want you to use this Phill's matrix to expand your mind. Okay? It's a simple concept, but it will add tremendous value to your understanding and comprehension of the PMBOK guide. Thank you for joining me, and all the best in your prep. Bye for now. Oh, and of course, don't forget to check out www.praizion.com to get some really awesome training, self-study in the comfort of your own home.